If I knew how icons formed, I'd have many more iconic pictures. It's a mystery. I don't quite understand why the photograph of Tiny dressed in her Halloween costume is an iconic picture, but it is. For me, it's almost like a fashion picture. I'm drawn to pictures or stories by the people that I meet. I'm just drawn to her openness and her ability to tell her story in the most honest way. I met Tiny doing a story for Life magazine in 1983. It was a story on street children in Seattle. Doing documentary projects, it's almost like doing a movie. You're casting your subjects. Linda was like the street leader at the time. She was very butch and tough. She had a heart of gold, but she would never want anyone to know that about her. She accepted us, and once she accepted us, the other kids accepted us. And sadly, soon after we left, Lulu was killed in a street fight. We got a message that she said, "Tell Mary Ellen and Martin that Lulu was wounded." You know, she was like a warrior. I think you have to realize the limits of exactly how far you can push. But you do have to push your limits if you want to get a certain intimacy in your pictures. The woman in the bathtub, we were so sort of paranoid when we first started to work on that project that Cheryl would like distract the aides out in the hall, and I'd go in the bathroom and shoot the pictures. That's in a way when we were talking about pushing limits, but I felt that I really had to be in all the intimate places. It's a strange thing, there was always an added surprise when you looked at your contact sheets after you shot a frame with a Leica. It was just something you didn't expect that happened with the camera. The cameras I use they're 25 years old. They're perfect. I have no problems with them. I turn them in to be cleaned every once in a while, but they're in perfect condition. Some of my really iconic pictures have been taken with a Leica. Like, because it's so small and light, and you can really hand-hold long exposures with it. Like the photograph of Fellini with the horn, that's a Leica picture. That was taken with a 50 lens. I usually use a 35 or 28, but the photograph of Edgar Bergen and with Charlie McCarthy coming out of the suitcase was taken with. All the pictures that you could just grab and take. I'm very fast with it. It's the fastest camera to work with. The strangeness in reality. Well, I find that from just looking at reality. I always think it's better to let the subject come up with the idea of what a picture would be. I'll give you an example. When I was photographing the circus, the elephant trainer, who had a very big ego, when I went to do his portrait, he stood there and he took the trunk and he wrapped it around his neck and stood there. And it was a beautiful picture. I would never have thought to do that, but he did that. I think my work has changed, perhaps the fact that I'm technically a bit better. Maybe I know more just because I've looked at more photographs and I've taken more photographs, but I think my concerns are pretty much the same. You know, to be truthful and to take powerful pictures and to try and look for those iconic moments. I still love photographs and appreciate photographs.